Hey everyone, what's up? What's new? What's going on? We are here at the main events, the men's doubles finals of this 2013 Ryerson Open. And for those of you who don't know anything about the Ryerson Open, last year in the 2012 Ryerson Open, the men's doubles final, it was just an amazing and epic matchup between four amazing players. And this year looks, well, it looks like we might be able to top that just because the players this year are even better than what we saw last year. On the far side of the court, we have the number 2 seeds coming into this tournament. I guess maybe the underdogs, if you call it that. But on the far side of the court, we have Charles Pyne at the front of the net, covering the front of the net right now, who has an amazing biography to his name, just because he's been ranked as high as 27th in the world badminton rankings, and I believe that was in mixed doubles. But anyway, ranking 27th in the world is no small feat, and definitely you gotta watch out for him because this guy is he's got so much experience. He just knows the game so well, and he's been, well, ranked 27th in the world, so that says a lot. And his partner is gonna be the current junior national champion in Canada, winning in doubles and mixed doubles, I believe, this year in junior nationals. The under 18, I guess it was in the under 18 category. But anyway, Joshua Hurlburt-Yu. This has got to be a guy you gotta look out for right now and in the future. He's got a bright future in badminton ahead of him, and we're gonna see whether they could come up on top against two extremely good players on the near side of the courts. Sponsored by Yonex, the number 1 seeds coming into this tournament is Nicky Aung, who's the guy serving right now. And Nicky Aung, I've featured him in the past, in some of the past videos, and this guy is just crazy good. Just because he's been training, well, I guess his home country is from Myanmar, or Burma if you live in the past. But anyway, from Myanmar, we have Nicky Aung, winner, I think multi-time Myanmar national champion, and he's been playing in international tournaments in Southeast, or all over Southeast Asia as well, and has been able to collect a few wins from there as well. So, and you could expect anybody from Asia to be, or who's been a champion in Asian tournaments, to be very good at tournaments. And you can see how good his jump smash is. Earlier in the tournament, I've been just kind of watching his jump smashes, and essentially, 80% of his jump smashes don't come back over the net, just because they are so strong. They come in at such a steep angle, just because he's a tall guy and he has a big jump smash. But anyway, his partner is Andika Yong. I've definitely featured him in quite a few previous videos before. Hailing from Indonesia, coming to Canada, and coaching at the Mandarin Badminton Club is Andika Yong. Well, right now he's the shortest of the bunch because I think of the 4 players, he's the only player that's under 6 feet tall. So I guess he doesn't quite have the same angle in his smashes, but boy are they strong smashes. This guy can jump about 3 feet high and smash it down right anywhere he wants, and he's been just a great player to watch, just because he's got a level of flashiness to his game that all the spectators love to see. And so far in this game, 7-5 is the scoreline for the number 2 seeds, Joshua Hurlburt-Yu and Charles Pyne on the far side of the court. So doing very well, the number 2 seeds, the underdogs coming into this matchup. But you can see how well Andika and Nicky work together to set up the rallies, getting that easy point to kind of begin to even it up. But right now, it's still fairly early in the game, and you can see that both teams are making some I guess relatively nervous shots, just because they don't really know what to expect out of this game. They all know that when they do have the attack, they can really make good use of it. And Nicky Aung, so far, his smashes haven't been so good, have been returned by his opponents in this matchup, and that's something he's not been used to all day long, all throughout this tournament. So that might come into play, especially when Andika, who was covering in the front, couldn't just finish off that easy win, and ended up losing the point by hitting it into net. Joshua Hurlburt-Yu, wow, covering that front court with such great ease, and really just finishing off that easy point for a 10-6 lead. So the number 2 seeds are now leading by 4 points early in the set. And we're going to have to see whether they can continue with that, or whether the number 1 seeds, the Yannick sponsored, and Andika Yong and Nicky Aung are going to come up with any sort of, oh my goodness, that huge smash from Joshua Hurlburt-Yu. And I was just, and earlier on I was only talking about how big the smashes from Nicky are. Well, count that out, because Joshua Hurlburt-Yu is showing us what a big smash really is. Again, he's also a tall guy, and when he puts that smash down, it's coming down at a crazy angle, and, well, evidently at a crazy speed as well. So Nicky trying to control that smash defense, but having no say in that one. A service error by Josh Yu. And, well, still maintaining a 4-point lead, so not having to panic too much about it, but both Andika and Nicky are gonna need to try to figure out something to come back from this, because when you're losing by 5 points at 12-7 in the middle of the first set, it's gonna be fairly, oh my goodness. Oh, 2 amazing shots by the Li-Ning guys on the far side of the court. First, it was the between the legs defense by Charles Pyne, followed by an amazing cross-court net shot, touching the opposite side of the line by Josh Yu to finish off the point. Wow, that is just insane how well controlled those guys at the far side of the court are, well, are controlling the birdies, I guess. And still maintaining that 5-point lead, so not giving up anything. And once again, Josh Yu controlling that front court so well, not giving any breathing room to their opponents, as they kind of take a break after the shuttle from the far courts ended up on their court. But anyway, I think that was another service error by Josh Yu. So stringing together a couple of service errors is not going to be good. But wow, that smash once again from Josh Yu, doing so much damage. Andika just trying to duck out of that, not even trying to defend against that. It was just so powerful and so good. The angle was just so good. And maintaining a lead, and now extending the lead to 7 points. Who would have thought the number 2 seeds going up against, well, Asian international players, because Andika from Indonesia and Nicky Aung from Myanmar are just kind of out of ideas right now with how to play against these 2 players from the Li-Ning team on the far side of the court. You see, well, finally Nicky gets a smash in that sets up Andika to finish off the point. And finally, they're able to kind of close off the gap just a tiny bit, but still down by 7 points in this late stage of the first set. It's going to be almost impossible to come back from this. I can't see any way to come back from this, especially when you see Josh Hurlburt-Yu just coming up to net whenever he sees the opportunity to finish the point. He's been so good at controlling the shots, so good at picking the corners, especially up at the front of the net. And you can see how much damage he's been doing from the back as well. Whenever you lift to him, he smashes it down with authority. So 18-11 is the scoreline, still down by 7 points. Oh my god. And wow, Charles Pyne showing us that he can cover the forecourt just as well. Now, oh my god, down by 8 points at 19-11 is Andika and Nicky. Who would have thought that they would be down by so much? And still a few service errors coming in from the far side of the courts. Not that they need to worry that much about it, but well, once again, the Li-Ning guys with the big attacks, but this time couldn't finish it off. Again, they shouldn't be too worried about it just because they have such a big margin to play with. They could actually play around with different strategies right now if they really wanted to. Going for the big lift, and Andika going for the drop shot. Well, this time, Nicky Aung showing us that he too can cover the forecourt just as well as anybody else. Covering that loose drop shot, I guess, and just slamming it down right to the middle of the courts. And Nicky playing net shots against Charles Pyne so far, having to go with the lift. And the big drop shot, but oh my god, did you see Nicky dig that up and follow it up into the net to finish it off with the net kill? Holy crap, this guy is fast. I mean, I wouldn't have expected anybody to dig up that really great drop shot by Josh Hurlburt-Yu. And finally, he does something with it, digs it up, and finishes off the point. Andika with a great backhand down the line drive. And I think that's kind of one of his trademark shots. He does it so well. I've seen him do it, well, not in tournaments before, but he's been doing it so well. And it always catches everybody off guard with that backhand drive down the line. And Nicky with that little bit of a tricky net play over there. Faking the cross and going straight down the line. Oh, I guess that brings the scoreline to 2017 with Andika serving. So coming back ever so slowly, but with not too much breathing room to go with. A great long serve, tricking Charles Pyne, I guess, into going the wrong way. And now a 2-point deficit, but still set point for Charles Pyne and Josh Yu. Charles Pyne finishes it off with a big smash. 21-18 is the first set. Off we go to the second set.